Game time, baby.
We're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yo, yo, yo. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another segment of the quarantine edition of the Better Things to Do podcast. We got our boy Jay Z Prods, your boy uh, King underscore Yuli, as always, your boy No Soul double underscore, and then featuring our boy, the rap legend, the UPS gang bang or don't bang, the undefeated Eric Blake
That's right, baby.
at underscore Eric Supreme.
Yes, sir.
There we go. Follow him.
Our boy.
He's single. We're gonna roll out the intro and then we're gonna get at it. Yo. So, Blake, I know what these two have been doing. They've been doing nothing all quarantine. How's your
Shit.
quarantine been?
Uh, well, it's been cool, Just a lot of work hours. I've been working a lot, lately.
That's
Since
crazy.
pretty what?
Well, I was gonna say like almost everyone else's like of our friends, their hours have been cut, but yours is like they gave you more hours.
Yeah, dude, straight up. My part time went like to full time, like real quick. Like I remember just a couple of days before the quarantine, like I was just getting like probably like 6, 7 hours a day, like 25, 20 hours a week. Now I'm hitting like 60 hours a week. It's like, damn,
Whoa.
60
That's
hours. This week I actually got 62, so a little 2 hours more.
that's
That's
a that's a that's a huge increase. I mean,
Yeah,
you gotta. Well, it's good and bad because right now you're making your money, right?
yeah,
But there's a lot of people that aren't working that are not, they're not considered essential, but
yeah,
they're
most definitely.
probably making more than we are right now,
Dude, exactly, bro.
which is
Like,
it's
we,
kind of crazy.
yeah, dude, what is it? Like, Starbucks, McDonald's, or all these like other places are getting hazard pay.
Yeah.
Bro, we're not getting shit.
I got hazard pay.
Yeah, see Target, what the heck? Like, nah, man.
Yeah, I'm not getting any either, and I you work in like a UPS, right?
Yeah,
And I work delivering the actual packages, and our
yeah,
hours went up like crazy. Right now it feels like worse, a little worse than Christmas and Thanksgiving.
yeah. No, yeah, most definitely. It's like another peak, pretty much.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, that's crazy. The people who are not working and getting their cheddar, good for them. But
Yeah,
but for us, it's kind of like, we, I,
like
we
we're still getting the cheddar, but we just gotta
yeah,
grind it out a little harder.
yeah. But yeah. It's good to hear that you're doing well. I know these two haven't been doing anything, so we'll just briefly skip right over them. I want to get into a topic that was brought up a couple episodes ago. We want to get into the debate since right now the Last Dance is popping on social media and everywhere around the world. I want to bring up the topic of LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan. Who is the GOAT?
Bro,
Now, as a disclaimer for everyone watching, um, these three are actual Laker fans. So we might be getting, perhaps, hopefully, not so much of a biased opinion, but do keep that in mind that some of their opinions could be potentially biased. As an impartial, I don't. I just started getting into basketball about like 2 seasons ago, so I'm still like I don't really have a real opinion, so I want to pick at you guys' brains and see what you guys think. So who between those three, because I know right now with the whole Last Dance thing popping off, there's a
Mhm.
talk for a lot of goats. Um, you have Larry Bird, you have Magic Johnson, and then you have the three that I mentioned, and there's like a couple more. I can't remember them off the top of my head, but I think LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan are the main ones in the discourse. So I want to get your guys' opinions. I could start with the guest, Blake. Let us know like what you think. If you were to put them in ranking from 1 to 3, what would you put him as?
But it's tough because like they're all like in different like eras of basketball. So it's like,
Right.
but I think overall though, like Michael Jordan was like just like a whole other breed. Like that dude was different, like straight up. Like in one of the episodes they talked about that game that he was like really sick and he still went off and scored like 40 something points.
Right.
So like I don't know. So like the rankings wise, like I think I'd go like Jordan, and then between Kobe and LeBron, like this is where like I guess my Lakers shit comes out. Like I'm gonna go with Kobe, but not even just because I'm a Laker fan, just because like him himself too, like in his era of like playing and stuff like that, like he changed the game. Like he is like, in my opinion, like he's like one of the most clutch players like you can ever see right now. So, dude, rest in peace. But anyway, so yeah, I'd go Jordan, and then I go Kobe, and then I'd go LeBron. But I mean, LeBron still has like at least like 3 more seasons. So hopefully, like, because they're saying that they're trying to bring back the season like in June,
Yeah.
something like that. So hopefully, if they can win like at least 2 titles, I think I don't know, like LeBron, like we could slowly start moving it up a little more. But as of right now, like LeBron, out of those three, like LeBron's my three.
Okay. We'll go with Noe. What do you think? What's your power ranking?
I would probably go with the argument of LeBron.
As number one.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
I would. I think you can make the argument for LeBron
Okay.
because
you could essentially you could.
Okay.
because because I mean, LeBron. What was it? The last his last season in Cleveland, he took a G League team to the finals.
Pretty much, yeah, dude.
You take that same team, but take LeBron out, and they're a lottery team, like a high lottery team.
That 2018 season, it was LeBron versus the Eastern Conference Final, like the whole way.
Yeah,
So I
Definitely.
it
I
was
give you that straight up. That team was
LeBron took a bunch of like took a meh team, a super meh team,
The most.
took them to the finals.
most.
The most.
Yeah, no,
You take LeBron out, and they're like I think they were last in the East, I think, or towards the
yeah,
bottom.
last season, yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. So let's get the rankings, and then we'll break down like because I really want to get into it. I want to see like what everyone has to say as far like right now. Like Noah brought the point that he made the a G League team basically into a championship team. So give me your rankings, and then we'll dig into each topic. So you said LeBron would be number one for you. Who would be your number
yeah,
two?
I think you'd have to go Jordan.
Jordan, then
As
Kobe.
much as I like Kobe, and he's basically the man in LA.
Okay.
Uh, if you look at everyone, all of it, I think that's probably how you. I think you can mix and match LeBron or MJ, but I think Kobe's still like
Okay.
when you see the bigger picture.
Right. For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And Yuli, what do you think?
Um,
What's your take on this?
for me, I will always put Kobe on top just because he's my favorite.
Okay.
But like, I like speaking numbers. So like
Okay.
speaking numbers, I will put LeBron actually first,
Okay.
and then I will put Kobe, and then Jordan, for me.
Oh
LeBron,
shit.
Ooh.
Kobe, Jordan. Okay, so we got Blake with Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. We got Noah with LeBron, Jordan, Kobe, and then we have Yuli with LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan. Okay, okay. So that's
Ah,
funny because
perro.
because because as we kept going, Jordan went from one to two to three.
To three.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so now I want to I want to understand and get a better feel as to why you Blake, why you feel like Jordan is number 1.
Okay. So pretty much, I feel like that era of basketball was literally probably one of the toughest there had to be. Like everybody was like, I don't know, everybody had like a ruthless mentality, like especially that Chicago team, bro. You had Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and then dude, the ruthless of all, dude, Dennis Rodman.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
Oh wait,
Steve
no,
Kerr.
no, dude. Hey, Steve Kerr is clutch too, bro.
The
Steve Kerr, man,
ruthless
don't
of them
sleep on that
all,
guy, man.
Steve Kerr.
Dude. But nah, man, like that team was just something else. Like, and then I think that whole era of basketball too was just like way like it was so competitive. Like, I don't think like that era of basketball like mixed with like right now.
Yeah.
Like, I think that one would be way more superior than it is right now. Because right now, dude, it's like it's still competitive, but it's a lot more flashy now. Like nobody's like really like I don't know. I still think there are still players though that like just go for it like all the time. Like one LeBron, and but I just feel like,
Westbrook.
yeah, Westbrook, like a lot of those cats are like, dude, like they don't give a fuck, like they'll just go at it and
Yeah.
just play their asses off. But other people that are like not as like I don't know. It's just different. So I think that because Michael Jordan played in that era and he was able to win 6 championships, dude, the guy left to go play baseball, came back and still was freaking beast.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know. That's just something different for me. And then, so yeah, that's why I think Jordan is number one, just because like that competitive like drive that he had, like uncomparable to anybody else. I
Different.
think so.
Okay. I
But
feel that.
But once we get to like my second one, Kobe, like Kobe had a chance to play with Jordan, and stuff like that. Like just like towards the end of his career.
Yeah.
So you see Kobe like we were able to see Kobe in that era a little bit, and then you go into the 2000s, and then you go to like the 2010s, right? So you can see him like gelling through
Right.
all three of those different decades. But I feel like with Kobe, like he was just like 100% like just consistent the whole way through. I
Okay.
mean, once that injury happened with his Achilles, like yeah, that was kind of like a downfall for him.
Hmm.
But I mean, honestly, if that would have never happened, like dude, he still would have been in his prime. Like I think he could have gone a little longer too, realistically. So that's why I think I put Kobe at number two, just because he also has that competitive drive, and just like he was
That
different too,
Mamba mentality.
straight
Yeah.
up, yeah, Mamba mentality. There you go. And then so we go with LeBron. LeBron is that guy coming into the league like he was just already a superstar. Everybody knew who that guy was, and he made a name for himself just because like as soon as he came into the league, like he was already putting up numbers. Like he was already like just killing it, bro. Like
Yeah.
being a 18-year-old, coming straight from high school to the NBA, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
So
That's always cool to see. To see someone that's so young and so talented at such an early age. I would like I would give him bonus points for that. But I want to
exactly.
touch on the point because I do hear this a lot from a lot of people who argue on the side of Jordan
Okay.
that his era of basketball was a lot more physical and rougher. Which is
Yes.
why a lot of people would put him as number one because he had to deal with the competition of people like bumping them like on purpose. I mean, I'm sure it still happens now, but I feel like now there's a lot more rules against that, so it's not as common or as harsh as it was before.
Yeah, most definitely. I
and
agree.
and 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 another just one more quick point. Speaking on the same of the physicality of the game, the medicine and recovery is a lot better now. We hear that LeBron over his career he spent over $1 million just on recovery, just on
Yeah.
working on his body, making sure that he's like tip top at any given point. So I want to know what you guys think, and I think Yuli had something to say.
Yeah, well, with that, just how his era of basketball, like people say, it was harder. It was just a different style of play, I think. 'Cause back then, everyone was about like driving to the paint, and also like posting up. So you gotta like be able to like push people back so you could like fade and do a post up or like just
Yeah.
drive in. And then with Kobe, and even like the start of LeBron, they were all about like the pick and roll, like the small guy and then the big guy. So Kobe and Shaq,
Mm.
Kobe
like
Shaq and then Kobe
Shaq
Paul Gasol straight
do
up.
post someone up, then he runs to the basket, and then that was like the era of like Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire, like big guys like that, or small and the big guy,
Yeah.
LeBron. Or even when Shaq left and Kobe, it was like Kobe and Pau Gasol, like a little guy, big guy, and then doing the pick and roll. And now with LeBron, he got that era, so he's used to kind of like that part. Now we're getting into like this weird era we're in, where it's like all about like long range 3 pointers, just
Big
shooting up
facts.
randomly. Like you have to be on your toes literally all the time.
Yeah. That's why it's like I don't know, like, because I don't know if you compare the Jordan era and the Kobe era, like they're roughly similar.
Yeah,
But dude, now with the 3 point range being such a consistent thing, like that's a whole other type of gameplay right there, man. Like, so that's why I think it's just different. Like for like right now,
Okay, so
like
I wanna ask the following question and see what you guys think. So, LeBron came a little after those two, right? He started his career a little after those two. Could it be said that maybe LeBron and I don't know, I don't. This might be like controversial, might be a hot take, but could it be argued that LeBron maybe had it easier because
um
because the game wasn't as rough, and again because of the point that I had said of maybe like the medicine and the physical recovery and all that. Um, what do
no,
you
I
guys
think
think?
I think if it was still rough, he would have been able to like play through it, just because how freakish of a like person
yeah,
he is.
I
Okay.
think so. Yeah, like realistically, like if you put Jordan LeBron in like the Jordan Kobe era, I think he would still be able to like compete at that high level.
Yeah.
But it's just that
He
like
has Paul as like a power forward, right? But
yes,
he plays a small forward just because how fast and like agile he is to like get anywhere. So he's
yeah,
like a big man playing like in a smaller man kind of role. So
yeah.
I think like he would be able to survive that.
Interesting.
Because even then, like when he came into the league, like he wasn't as big as he is right now. Like he was kind of like he was tall and still big, but he wasn't as like
True.
built
I
as he
think
is
it's
right
his
now.
speed, like just how fast like he could get from like zero, like standing there to like running into like
Yeah,
goals or something. It's crazy how fast he is.
yeah. Because honestly, like I've never seen another player like take so much dedication to their body as much as LeBron. Like LeBron, like he's been healthy throughout his whole career just because like how well he takes care of himself and his body.
Hmm.
So I think that just puts him aside too, like different, you know, because not a lot of people are like that, you know, and it sucks. Like you know, people like Derrick Rose and stuff like that, you know, how they could have been like a top player, you know, but I mean with the ACL injury, like that kind of like that was a downfall for him. Like I don't know, just a lot of people take injuries and stuff like that like for granted, I guess.
Not
Word.
too not too serious.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, so now I want to know, okay, the discrepancy between you having LeBron as your third and Noé and Yuli both having them as number one. Or no, wait, Yuli, you had him on number two, right?
I won't.
yeah, he had him number two.
Yeah, you had him number two. Okay, so Noé and Eric, I you have him at third. Noé has him at first. What didn't everything that Eric has said? What hasn't set right with you as far as like the argument between LeBron and Jordan?
um, the longevity of LeBron, the fact that he's played in, I guess you can say, the Kobe era and this new era, and still had success. I think really what the only bad team, I guess you can say, was last year's Lakers, right?
Yeah,
Other than that, like his team has always been on. His team has always been there. Um, Now you can question whether or not like finals is like when not winning as many as Jordan did, but you also have to take into account the world is different than LeBron is living in than the one Jordan was, right? As much as we don't want to admit it, social media is a thing, right? So the constant scrutiny that LeBron is under,
That's
you can
true.
make the argument that Michael Jordan could have been under the same amount of scrutiny was he alive today. Like Skip Bayless right now would be like, MJ's not that. He's not that great.
Yeah.
Like just fighting him at every turn, just cause,
Yeah.
right? So he didn't have to deal with the extent that LeBron did, right? So it can go past basketball, right? So it's not just the basketball aspect, but the real world aspect on top of like what he does for his community.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much Jordan actually did.
Yeah.
But at least you never really heard about it. You know, LeBron's usually at the front of that kind of stuff. Um, and as far as basketball, I mean, definitely was fire right out of the gate. And to see, and
Yeah.
like you, like say, the last Cleveland team, like really, who was on that team besides LeBron? Who
I mean,
was like
people will say there was
like you had
and then, but they were injured like during the finals.
even
Yeah.
then like Kyrie wasn't there the last season.
Yeah,
LeBron's last season, right? You had Kevin Love, but I mean,
he got yeah,
you
he
had
got,
Kevin Love. Yeah, he was on the roster.
oh,
Yeah.
he had
I mean, they had
Dude.
to they
What
like
do you
that last
mean?
season.
They had lethal shooter J.R. Smith, bro. Come on. What more do you want?
I want him to know that they're. I want him to know that to shoot the ball when he's right under instead of running out the clock because he thinks that they're leading.
Oh god.
Right? It if you you know you can make the argument like, well, MJ always had a stack, right?
Yeah.
And it when like, does anyone talk about Michael Jordan during the Wizard years?
they
No,
probably
not
No,
really.
they keep him out.
no, right? But everyone talks about LeBron's first stint with the Cavaliers. They talk about his stint with Miami, his stint back with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and right now with the Lakers. Doesn't matter where LeBron's at, he's successful.
True.
Plus, was a great baseball. I don't know his stats. I don't know if he was any good.
He wasn't
Oh, I
even
don't know.
in the MLB. He was in the
Yeah, he was in the G League.
yeah of the MLB.
One can argue if LeBron decided to join the Dallas Cowboys as their tight end,
Easy Super Bowl.
Stop. I've
I
seen that.
I
I've
saw
seen
a
that.
post that I thought it might have been reaching a little bit, but it was something along the lines of like if LeBron wanted to step up in boxing, he would dominate. And I'm like, okay, I felt like it was a reach, but I understand where they might have been coming from. Oh
Oh,
no, I
No
disconnected.
way.
but I
Um,
could see that because he could be kind of like a Deontay Wilder, just like
yes,
how freakish like
the athleticism. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
understand where they were coming from as far as the athleticism, but I feel like you're comparing apples to oranges only because there's a lot more consequences in boxing than there is in basketball. Because basketball, you're not constantly worrying that you're gonna get hit. I mean, the only thing that you would constantly be worrying about, like in the case of LeBron, since he dunks a lot, is a nasty landing. But
Yeah.
in boxing, it's like any little mistake can like fuck you
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
So yeah, I understand where they were coming from, but I thought it was a bit of a reach because now he's a lot older now. I don't know if he would be able to take a punch. I mean, I don't think he's ever had to take a punch. I mean, I'm sure he's gotten into arguments and stuff like that, but to have the constant test of having to take a punch, I don't think he would be able to do so hot. But anyway, um, I pulled off some numbers here.
Ooh.
Um, the first 10 seasons of these three gentlemen, uh, Michael Jordan at the age of 31, Kobe at the age of 27, and LeBron at the age of 28. Um, so for the first 10 seasons, Michael Jordan had 21,998 points. Kobe had 16,866. That's around 5,100 less than Jordan. And then LeBron James had 21,081 points, about 917 points less than Jordan. And then rebounds, we have Michael Jordan at 4,336, Kobe at 3,639, and then LeBron at 5,553.
Yeah.
Their assists, you have Michael Jordan at 4,025, Kobe at 3,148, LeBron at 5,302. Their steals, you have Jordan at 1,845, Kobe at 1,059, and then LeBron James at 1,323. Um,
But that's what like
the
ten,
first 10
10
seasons
seasons.
that they ever played in the NBA. Yeah.
like like now, like what they have now.
No, no, no. This is at the first
First
10
10
seasons
seasons.
I know, but I'm saying, can you pull up like what they have now?
where they're at now
Yeah.
to see the comparison. Yeah.
Well, oh, okay.
But
I was
for
like, well, I know where Kobe's at.
yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Where they at now? Like,
Okay. See, I think I think it's important. I think look, I want to take the first 10 seasons because Michael Jordan and Kobe are obviously not playing anymore. So LeBron would still have the advantage because he's still putting numbers.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think, but that's still like a valid watch. I sent you this link if you guys want to see it too, and then if you want to show the
wait,
peeps.
but okay. How I don't understand how you're formulating your answer. Like,
Because
what are you getting at?
so if so let me show you the one I found. This is kind of like the more current one at age 35. So at LeBron's like this is from January 2020 of this year.
Send it on Messenger.
Oh. So with that, so it's showing already kind of like how LeBron's kind of overpassed both of them in numbers and like stats, other than maybe points per game, but like in overall points, like uh LeBron is like kind of beating people by a landslide. And then it's kind of relevant because he still has years left to play. So like if he's already at this point of age, almost close to retirement, where Jordan and Kobe already retired around like this age, but he still like could obviously play like maybe three, maybe like 4 more years. Even probably play with his son Bronny on the same team.
Yeah.
He's still gonna be building up stats. So like that's already kind of like if he's already like so ahead now, where these guys are already kind of retired at this age or at this point, and he's gonna keep just going more and more. Like that's kind of goody to me.
Kind of goaty.
Kind of goody.
That's kind of goaty.
And a goatee.
Yeah. So it's just so right now, so for sure Kobe already beat Jordan by points overall in the seasons. So Jordan had 28,000 overall, and then Kobe had beat him by 31. But LeBron beat Kobe by 33. And I think what's his name? I forgot who's in first place. I think LeBron's in second place right now in points scored like all time.
Jordan, no?
Yeah.
No, Jordan's in fourth
It's
now.
not Jordan. Oh, Wilt Chamberlain?
Chamberlain.
Yeah. He's
Yeah. So LeBron's on second, and maybe oh no, I think Chamberlain still kind of beats him by a lot.
yeah. Dude, that guy Will
And
Chamberlain.
I mean, that if you bringing up Will, you can also make the argument that we're only thinking about more recent players. And not
Yeah.
older players.
Because if I would put anyone as a goal, I'll put Bill Russell. What the hell? Homie
How
had
many
11 championships.
He has 11 championships.
Okay, LeBron. Sorry, LeBron has
He's for sure. He has to for sure be top 10.
yeah, if everyone always brings up Jordan, bro, he went 6 for 6, dude. Like you can't beat that 6 championships that he brought. Bill Russell's out here bringing 11 to the same team.
Dude, he
I
has to
know.
double up on fingers. He doesn't have enough fingers.
Puts one on his
But
big
Dude,
toe, bro. Like that's all.
you would suggest his toe.
I was gonna say his penis. That's where he cut the nail.
oh god.
But yeah, if I were gonna if like we were to choose another person to be the GOAT, because I'll even put Tim Duncan like on here too. People
Mm,
Big
underrate,
facts. Big
bro.
facts. Hell yeah.
okay.
He
Tim Duncan was a fundamentalist. I think that's why people don't talk.
Exactly.
But then, like,
He wasn't flashy.
yeah, so then like for the different styles of play, so like Jordan, he's very like mid range, but he still like drives in. So he's kind of just like a shooter, but also driving to the post. Or Kobe, he's very like technical, where he's always having to post up, and then he hits you with a fade.
Yeah, and I think Kobe overall is like the clutchest player,
Yeah, the
to
clutch
be
is
honest.
more technical for sure. And then LeBron,
Yeah.
he's just a crazy behemoth where he like can drive into the paint and like
I think LeBron, like his title, like for sure, like if he's like the best at anything, it's just like the all around like player.
mhm.
Like he can shoot, he can block, he can pass. Like the guy does it all. So I
Yeah,
think he's like a good like all around
yeah,
player.
because then like we're bringing just points to a team. So not only is LeBron gonna outscore people, but he's also gonna like bring the most points made by the team by like how many assists. Like he usually beats like his point guards in
Yeah,
assists. That's
And I
kind of
mean, look, Kobe was never really known for his assists,
yeah,
right? That was always even
I
before
mean,
memes
but
were a thing.
he still has
It was
more than Jordan.
well, yeah, but I mean, like, you never talked about Kobe as being an assist leader.
Yeah, but he was.
yeah.
That was always the joke. Was like, why pass when
Ball
you can
hog.
score it yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was always
Ball
there.
hog.
But
Yeah,
Yeah, and what's crazy is that LeBron, he has about like 3,200 more assists than Kobe, but his points are higher than Kobe's.
yeah,
So not only is he like a team player, he can also score them himself.
too.
So
Mhm.
he's a team player, but if he needs to take charge,
Yeah.
He will, yeah. So okay, so now I wonder if Kobe would have had more assists, would have he had like as many points as he has now. So if he passed
I
the ball
think
more,
Well,
would
I
his
think
points be as high as they are?
the thing
I
with Kobe is that he's always had like good point guards on his team, like starting with Derek Fisher, and then even like when what was the waifu's name? Steve Blake. I think
Steve Blake. Steve Blake.
even like
Kwame Brown.
yeah, he's always had like good point guards on his team.
Steve Nash for like a season.
Yeah, like where he didn't really have to like make assists, like because he was
Yeah,
always getting the ball passed too.
yeah. But I think what
And if
separates the
you,
points too. Oh my bad. What separates the
oh no, go
points
for
too.
it, go
It's
for it.
like I don't know. Kobe was out for a minute because that Achilles injury,
Hmm.
Mm.
and then freaking Jordan just decided to go play baseball. So that's like roughly like
Yeah,
a whole year off
yeah, because
between both of them.
if you see the
So
games.
I think that 1 year between both of them that would have made a difference too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if you see the games played, like Jordan only has 900 games played, and he didn't really miss like a lot. It just happened because he missed like those couple seasons,
Yeah,
like where he kind of retired.
Because if you can even see earlier this season, they were always saying, "Oh, our offense is going to go through Anthony Davis."
Hmm.
Right? That's what we're going through Anthony Davis. But when Anthony Davis wasn't performing, LeBron was like, "All right, young blood, give me the reins. Let me finish this out."
Right.
So he will be a team player, but if the team isn't getting their shit straight, he's like, "Fuck it, I'll do it myself."
yeah. I saw that like in when I went to the Lakers Bucks game. Like I saw that like literally like AD wasn't doing great. and he already had like 3 fouls, I think, in like the first quarter, and then that's when LeBron flipped the switch and like just went like full like beast mode, and I was like, oh damn, like that's crazy.
Yeah, I want to go to a basketball game because like I feel like it's a whole completely like different experience being there than watching it on TV because you can see because on TV like it's easy to like backseat coach and be like oh how do you he missed that, like what the fuck, like someone else would have made that, he should have just passed the ball, or like oh really he didn't make that dunk, like whack. But when you're there, I have a feeling that seeing them in action, you're like oh shit, like
Yeah, like
like
the environment is like so much different.
yeah.
You don't. It's for me. It's almost like watching a baseball game.
Yeah,
You don't have to know who's on the field to enjoy it.
yeah.
Exact.
Because
Yep.
I think me and Yuli one time went to a game because I had Clippers ticket.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we got our car, they were like, "Oh, here we got you get a free Clippers tickets." I think it was who were they playing, Yuli? I think Timberwolves.
Was it the Timberwolves? It might have
Can't
been.
remember. I think Timberwolves, and I think it was still during the Lob City Clippers.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I remember
We went to that game too, right, Yuli? Remember we went to one too?
Oh, we did go to. Dude, we got good seats too.
Dude, we were the suite. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's basketball. I think no, basketball and football are like the only sports that I have to. Oh, and hockey. I still
Oh
need to
yeah, I
go
want to go to
to
a hockey
those.
game too.
So
Kings game, baby.
I mean,
I've never
hopefully,
been. I want
hopefully
to.
once the Rona is over, which hopefully it'll end by the time hockey season like starts, because that's around like what, like December when it starts, November, December.
It
Yeah, roughly.
NBA and NBA and hockey start at the same time. They
Okay.
have the
Yeah.
same season.
So
Okay.
roughly like October, November.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I would definitely be down to go to a hockey game and a basketball game if you guys are down. Um.
Yeah, we'll go
And a
see the
football
Lakers
game.
and the Kings
Yes.
and the Rams.
Dude, the
Hey.
Rams in the new stadium. Sheesh.
Yeah. Hey. The stadium that also looks good is the Raiders one in Vegas.
Raiders.
When
Hell
when we
yeah.
stopped by there, the just the sight of the big ass stadium, it was
Dude,
like it was pretty
it's
crazy.
the Death Star, bro. It's the Death Star,
Yeah,
straight up.
that's what it looks like. It
It's the
looks
Death
like oh
Star.
shit, so some like dark arts is going on in there.
Hell yeah.
Um,
I like that. I like that as soon as you mention Raiders, you can see the shoulder pads growing on Blake. You can see like the black and silver face paint start developing as you're speaking.
Dude, it's not me. Dude, honestly, all my friends at work, like when we were doing fantasy and stuff like that, like they told me like Blake, like once you play fantasy and you're in it, bro, like you need to pick a team. And then like but we would always talk about Raiders and stuff like that. So like dude, like I'm slowly might be like low key might be a little Raiders fan. Like dude, if I were to go to my first football game, I think I would want it to be there at that stadium, that Raider stadium, bro.
I think that would be a good place to pop your football cherry because
Hell
it
yeah, bro.
looks insane. It looks insane. But
Yeah,
No,
dude,
also,
yeah,
and they could get blown out and it'll still be popping.
exactly.
yeah, also the other stadium that looks good is the Rams one.
Yeah,
That one
that one
looks
looks
like
legit, bro.
that one looks good. We went to the LAFC stadium to
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that place looks legit. That place
I know.
that
I
place
like
is
the way it
nice.
looks.
It,
It's like all like it's like modern, like it's crazy. Like it doesn't look like a stadium like it does, but it looks like way too like fancy.
Ferrari Art Museum.
Yeah, but it's
yeah.
nice though. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we went on a segue as we tend to
Oh
do.
fuck.
Okay. So you're okay. So now, Yuli,
Mm-hmm.
has any of this changed your mind and like flipping like one, two, or three?
Mm, I would kind of because this is how I'm seeing it, right? So regular season wise, I think LeBron is like number one for sure.
Okay.
Playoffs and like finals and stuff, like it's Jordan. But then Kobe's like in the middle and both. I think like
Okay. I
he was
I think I can agree with that. I think I could.
he he only won one regular season MVP. So I remember like one of them was kind of rigged, where like it should have gone to Kobe. So he could at least have two. But then Jordan and LeBron, I think, are tied for four. Well, they have
I
four
think so.
regular season
Yeah.
Yeah,
MVPs.
yeah, they are.
So
Okay,
then,
so sorry. I just have to develop on that point where Jordan is like clutch playoffs, LeBron is like consistent during the season, and then Kobe is in the middle.
yeah,
Um,
because does hella good in the regular season. He's
yeah.
just kind of like at that time, like with Kobe, he was versing LeBron, so like they were battling for kind of the MVP. And then because I
Yeah.
think in Jordan's era, he had like way less like kind of superstars than I think they had during like the 2000s, like late 90s, 2000s, where there's
Mhm.
like multiple superstars. I think
Yeah.
so. There were more people battling for like the regular season like MVPs and stuff.
Okay.
So then and then now it's kind of like that more, but like but you could tell who for sure are like the superstars of the superstars.
Mm.
Yeah.
We're always mentioning the
The
king.
top 10 in basketball
The
fantasy.
1% of the 1%.
Yeah. So with that, I don't know, cause then you got to think like in like the people playing, like even all the NBA like people like the athletes, they choose Kobe as like their top guy, cause that's who they wanted to like play versus and all that, cause they were not really growing up like in Jordan's era,
Right.
like their Jordan was Kobe. So like
Mm.
I think that just like another like the whole mama mentality, and then like
Yeah.
the just how like he's like the guy who was able to score like 81 points in the regular season. Like what kind of crazy performance is that?
Yeah.
I know.
Going off on his retirement match, he went off with 61 or 2. What was it?
61.
61. And people say like, well, they let him score. Like look at his field goal percentage, but like still like he
Shaq dared him to do 50, and he
and
went up
only
there and
dropped
got 60.
61. Yeah.
Yeah,
So just even with that, like, because the most points scored ever in a game is by Wilt Chamberlain with 100 points, and
Yeah,
Kobe
100 points.
with 81,
That's
and then my
crazy.
boy Baby Booker almost caught up with 70, or what was it? Yeah, it was
Yeah,
70.
70.
Dang, that's
Um,
wild.
but it's just crazy how like okay, they could have said like he versus a bad team, but that Toronto team wasn't too bad. Like they were good.
Okay.
Would you guys say that the conferences and the difficulty of them plays a part in that too?
Well,
Because you know
definitely,
how a lot of people, I think a lot of people would argue that I think Kobe had it a lot
hard.
harder just because
Yeah,
that Western Conference was like always stacked, like it's been stacked.
True.
since
And for
90.
LeBron in the East, it was like, all right, you got competition like at the Eastern Conference Finals.
Ooh, okay. Okay, so now with that same point of saying, because it is, right? The West Conference is a lot more stacked. You have a lot more superstars and heavier franchises on this side.
Yeah.
Could that potentially be as to why maybe LeBron performed as well as he did because he was on the East, and now we could see that kind of reflected on last year's Lakers season, where he didn't do as hot because he had to go against all these like heavy hitters. Could that be a valid argument? Do you guys
It,
feel?
I think it could be, but then like it kind of evened out this year. I think like both
Well, because he got a lot of help this season. I mean, you added another superstar, AD.
and he got injured,
He got injured last
and
season, but
he missed a ton of time.
I think once he got injured and they saw that the team wasn't really going anywhere, that's when they were like, all right, you know what? Let's load management this guy. Let's keep him healthy. So then for this season, and which it did, it helped a lot. Like the number one seed in the West. So I think that was pretty much why they did that.
You could also argue the coach. Not a
um,
lot of people like Luke Walton,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
Luke Walton. Yeah.
and Frank Vogel, for as much shit as people were giving the Lakers for hiring him, Frank
He's
Vogel's not a bad coach.
yeah, yeah. He's not at all. I
He was
think I think so far he's been killing it as being the Lakers
And
coach, head
he was
coach.
doing really well. He was doing really well with the Pacers when he was with.
was he with the
The
Magic before that? Yeah, right.
the Pacers, was
I
that
don't
when they
know.
still had Paul George? No, huh?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
so.
That Pacers team was good, man. To
Yeah,
be
and they were
honest.
in the Eastern Conference Finals
Yeah,
just for a while too. But yeah, but another thing with the coaches, so then LeBron and Kobe, like they got a fucking like the all-time goat in coaches with Phil Jackson.
that's true. Phil Jackson. Like I think that plays a big part too.
Yeah,
To
because
be
like
honest,
Phil Jackson, not only did he win like two or three championships as a player, but then he won six with Jordan and then
at
five more
five
with
with
Kobe.
Kobe,
So if anything,
Whoa.
crazy.
anyone's the goat than Phil Jackson.
It's Phil Jackson. He's the
Yeah, dude.
goat.
And then it's time with the Knicks.
Yeah,
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that though. That was just a little side hustle he decided to take. You know, it wasn't popping, so you know,
And the sad part is, it really was just a side hustle.
it really was. Like he was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go back into coaching." Like in New York, hell yeah, why not?
so then with that, right, where with Phil Jackson coaching Jordan and Kobe into kind of these championships, like where LeBron usually was like looked on as the coach, kind of as maybe except in Miami where like Eric, what's his name, Spoelstra, Spoelstra,
Spolstra.
Spoelstra, like
Yeah,
he was
I think
one.
he was a good coach.
He
I
was
think he was a good coach though.
one of LeBron's best coach, but like on the
Yeah,
I was like he was
Not at first though.
right.
LeBron didn't like him, but Pat Riley, the GM, was like, "No, no, no. We're keeping the coach. He ain't going nowhere."
Yeah, but
And
like
it ended up working out.
mhm. But then you could say like where LeBron was kind of literally coaching himself
Uh,
as a team. So like that's kind of another way to look at it, like where he had to put in more kind of mental work.
I feel you. Dang. Also, that's also another good point. LeBron is like a secondary coach. He also puts in a lot of mental work with the whole team.
Yeah.
Uh, did Kobe and Jordan do any of that themselves?
well, from what I saw at the Last Dance, like Jordan was kind of a dick.
Well,
I think that's what I saw. Like I didn't watch the series, but like from what I would see like on Instagram and stuff like that, like he was just a dick. But I mean, he was that type of he was that type of person because he wanted to push everybody on the team. Like everybody has their own way of like supporting other people and pushing them to do better. But I think LeBron has like a very like a better understanding of how to do that. While MJ was like, nah, man, like you fucking suck. Like you got to get better.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
I think. I mean, I think anyone that's at the top of anything, whether it's business, whether it's sports, whether it's cooking. I mean, look at, like, for example, look at a Gordon Ramsay, right? He's a dick.
mhm,
He's a
yeah,
dick. Jordan, a dick. LeBron probably behind closed doors, also a dick. I think you need to. I think most people at the very top, at the 1% of the 1% of all things, they gotta have that switch of being kind of crazy and kind of an asshole,
yeah,
in order to get where they're at, because I feel like it's really hard to get anywhere by just kind of playing nice. Sometimes you do have to, like, be an asshole, be a dick, in order to get ahead of the curve. Which
yeah,
is why, like, I don't people right now, like, are a little more sensitive, and they could get offended by it, like, oh, this guy's a fucking dick, like, fuck Jordan. But I do praise people that have that switch, and that when they're in their craft, they can turn it on and be like, yeah, this is what I do, and fuck everyone, like, it's just me, this is my show, I'm gonna run this shit. And then they also have the switch of being like, oh, like, okay, I'm off the court, I'm gonna kick it. um but from the Last Dance, it's kind of like Jordan's switch was always on.
yeah. That
Yeah.
dude just And I think the same thing with Kobe too, low key. Like Kobe was kind of like,
He
but
was.
the thing with Kobe though is that like he was a dick, but like he was just more focused than everybody else. Like him, like his gameplay and everything that he contributed to the team. Like it was just all him, all focused all the time. And then like you would see him like play around every now and then, but most of the time like he was just there like he wasn't yelling at people. Like I think he would sometimes, but most of the time you would just see him like there and then
Yeah. Always
like
in.
going over like the process, going over the plays, and going over like everything that's he like him. I don't know. I think he's one of the most like strategic players like out there too, Kobe. Just because like the way he can break down everything that just happened into like a whole different segment, like you're like, oh shit, like I never thought of it like that. Like I think Kobe's like he was like good at that.
But don't get it twisted, because like there's always I seen like a bunch of clips where Kobe's like during practices, like he's talking shit to all like his
Yeah,
teammates and stuff.
I've
Like
seen that too. Yeah,
trash talk.
yeah, and I think that happens a lot during the practices than in the games
Yeah.
when he played. But I think with Jordan, like that just happened all the time, bro. Like
But
all
Kobe
the
was like
time.
on this level, because I remember like he was born or he lived in like uh Spain, right? So like he knew
Who?
Spanish, Kobe.
Oh yeah,
So
Kobe.
he
Yeah.
knew Spanish or España. So he would like trash talk like in Spanish to like to Pau Gasol. Like that's how like crazy. And then like when um he learned like Slovenia, whatever, to talk to
Oh, Luca.
Luka, to talk shit to and
I
that's like
saw that video. Luca was like, "What the heck? Somebody's talking in my language," and it was Kobe. Like, what the
how
like?
like crazy like just like the
What a
whole
trip!
yeah.
I know, huh? Like you're in
And
the U.S.
and
Nobody knows shit about where you came from, and you just hear somebody
you
like,
you you hear a familiar language and you look around and the last person you expected to be is Kobe.
"Yeah,
It's kind of like that lady at a Happy Walk, who speaks fluent Spanish, but she's an Asian lady. When like she was, I think it was one of the very first times where I ever went. Um, I started ordering food, but she talked to me in Spanish, because like I'm brown, so she's like, oh, he he
I
he
don't see.
speaks Spanish,
Ooh, my
so
German.
she just started going off in Spanish, and I'm like, whoa. And then I asked her,
She
I asked her like, where are you from? And then she answers with Chinaloa, and I'm like, bro,
Sinaloa.
Chinaloa."
bro, she said Chinaloa, dude. You have no idea how hard it started cracking up right then and there. I was like, you gotta be
Chinaloa.
kidding me, because like all the cooks at that place are all Mexican, right? So she must
Yeah,
have learned from them.
yeah. I mean, she probably kicks in the back every now and then with them,
Yeah, so
because
it's a
they
trip,
never come up to the front
right?
unless they're just pointing the food and then they dip out.
Right. So it's a trip. It's definitely a trip hearing someone talk your language, when you're not expecting it.
Yeah, most definitely.
So
But
so
that's
yeah,
In
how
LA, dude.
that's how mental Kobe is.
Yeah, that's pretty much that's very common here.
yeah.
Like just
In
hearing other
LA, you
languages.
you'll see like Asians speak uh, Spanish. I had a coworker at the store I used to work at. He was Cambodian,
Hmm.
and I heard like his English was very broken. And then one time he started speaking Spanish to one of the customers, and I'm like, "Oh, dude, you should just speak Spanish, dude. It's so much clearer. Like you sound natural. There was no accent. There was no accent. Like it sounded normal.
Dang, that's
Yeah, yeah,
crazy.
But his English was super broken. Man, just speaking Spanish, dude. I understand you better.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I now that you mention it, I do have a Cambodian coworker who also speaks very fluent Spanish, and his English is also very clean. And like you hear him talking, I mean, I can't speak for his Cambodian accent, but he can switch gears like it's nobody's business, and that's pretty fucking cool. Like I learned German. Um, I still have some of it in my head. Oh, and I told you guys. Do you guys remember when I told you guys in the group chat that there was a McDonald's worker who was a German lady, and
Oh
then
yeah.
I wanted to speak to her in German, but I didn't feel confident enough. Like I couldn't remember a lot of things. So I was just like, nah. Like I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to look like a fool. But I think I definitely would have tripped her out if I would have just like started going off in German.
Probably should have been like, what?
Yeah, and like German people are very like colorful. They're very like expressive. So like just her like saying greeting me, she's like, "Hi, how are you?" And I'm just like I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like it's kind of that contagious like energy. Like, oh, like shit, my
Yeah.
like it boosts my mood. So yeah, I wish if she's still there, I'm gonna like practice something just to be like yo, what up? Um,
So order like an iced coffee in German.
but then after like give me the iced coffee, I'm gonna be like just kidding. That's all I know.
Just kidding.
um, but yeah, okay. Sorry, we keep going off topic. Okay, so after any of this, Blake, has your mind changed on your ranking? You originally had Jordan, then Kobe, then LeBron.
I think I would still keep Jordan at the top.
Okay.
But but I would switch LeBron to second
Ooh.
and then put Kobe down to third.
Okay.
Just cuz I think yeah, I would just keep it at that and just so have it Jordan, LeBron, and then Kobe.
And with your rankings, it's easy to assume that Noah would remain the same. LeBron, Kobe, Jordan. No. LeBron, Jordan, Kobe. Right? That was yours.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
Yuli. What about you? You said Kobe, LeBron, Jordan.
Yeah, but I think I will move LeBron up,
Okay.
and then I'll actually move Jordan up too. So then Kobe would be my last actually.
Oh, okay. So that.
The part that got me was like just like looking at how much games he played, and like he took a whole year off, but still he was able to come back and like still perform at like the way he was. That is kind of impressive. So I'll put him like second. So LeBron, Jordan, Kobe. But Kobe's always like the people's champ. Like
Right.
Yeah, most definitely. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
he's number one in our votes.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
I think in LA he's number one, but I think if you really look at the whole scope of like basketball in general, that's when he drops to like a three.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, Kobe's still Kobe.
Yeah, most yeah. Yeah, the bean, man. The
For sure.
bean.
Like look it, no one else could do Kobe. Like you don't do that with LeBron. You don't.
Dude, have some fucking respect. Like if you're gonna do that,
Oh,
you gotta make it.
my trash can's filled. They would have.
Nah.
Like you don't Jordan. Like no one could like do a free throw dunk.
Kobe wouldn't have made that excuse, my boy.
Bro, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Whenever I go to like dunk or shoot, I'm like Antetokounmpo.
Oh.
No, but okay, that's interesting. So your whole roster changed, um, and it matches Eric's, and then Noah stayed the same with. Oh no, wait.
I think we're on
No.
No, you guys is all
No.
match now.
No,
Oh no, you
Yuli's.
have Jordan. You have Jordan. Jordan,
I have
LeBron,
Jordan
Kobe.
1, then LeBron,
Yeah.
Kobe,
I have
and
LeBron,
then
Jordan.
You have Noah's, LeBron, Jordan, Kobe. Okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Your whole roster just flipped.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I
Yeah,
know, huh?
because I the only thing that I could go off of is like stats and watching highlights. Because I really did. I mean, I guess you guys too with Jordan. I didn't really get to experience the Jordan era.
Yeah.
But on top of that, I didn't enjoy either Kobe's or LeBron's era. So I'm kind of like very impartial in all this. So it seems to
Yep.
me like LeBron is a lot of people's like number one. Just because he's been, like what Noah said, he's been able to turn G League teams into like championship teams. So
Yeah.
so I would say that's very powerful. Aside from having all the personal accolades like championships and like MVPs and all that, like I think that's important. It plays a big role. But if even if you don't get those and you're able to turn your team into a championship team and just um, um, you know just basically like change the franchise for the better. I think that's a little more impressive than like personal achievements, which I feel like LeBron has done, and so has Kobe. So I think my ranking now with all this information, I think I would put um, LeBron number one. I would put Kobe second, and then I would put Jordan third. That would be my personal um, uh, opinion. Because Jordan did stay with the Bulls for a very long time, most of his career, right?
Yeah, until like the last
Mhm.
Okay.
two
What is
seasons.
So
last
he
two
was a
seasons?
wizard.
Well,
Wizard. Hey, fool. Where are those Washington Wizard Jordan jerseys?
I don't
See
know.
those?
Those are like free on eBay, probably.
uh,
Um,
for next time, we should do one of these, but now bring people from different ones because I have like whole other people I would put. Ahí te voy. Oh my god, we're waiting for my football.
The pozole, bro. The pozole.
It's calling my name.
yeah, yeah. I
Well,
mean,
look.
go ahead.
Um, um, since you, Jack, are starting to get into basketball, you're gonna be basically you're gonna get to see the whole Luca Trey Young era.
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
excited for Morant too. That
John Morant.
kid
Yeah,
that
John
kid
Morant, yeah.
that kid is something else too. I feel like he's gonna be very good. Just based on my limited knowledge of the game, and seeing how he moves, I think that kid is gonna be probably like the next Kobe. I would feel
Zion's
like.
gonna. I think. I personally still think. I thought because of the whole injury with Zion, he was gonna be a bust. But seeing him play those couple games before the quarantine, that dude's gonna be a stud too, no doubt.
He
I think
he
so.
he better go on. He better go on the LeBron regiment.
Hmm.
I
Exactly.
think he needs to do that because if he's
Because
more of a
people
shot
that big,
guy, where
like, yeah, he has to straight just like focus
if
on his
he
body.
if he's more of a Shaq guy, then he's not gonna have a very long career.
Yeah,
As
no.
far as not as much time in the weight room or in like not putting all that he could put.
Yeah.
I think he to maximize him, you would have to go with the LeBron
Yeah,
regimen.
most definitely. Yeah,
Well, I mean, he has that sweet Jordan money now.
yeah.
So I think it's in
Unless
his
his agent
best.
takes it all the way.
Hey, I saw that I don't know if it was a real thing, but I saw that Zion was getting sued by
By
somebody.
his former agent.
Yeah, for 100 million, something stupid like that. And his deal with Jordan was only
Yes.
95 million,
Good stuff.
which I was like, whoa, like what the fuck is going on? Like this kid had like half a season in the NBA, less than half a season, like just
Yeah.
a handful of games played, and he's getting sued for all that he's got and a little more.
I'm pretty sure he'll still win though. Like, I mean, unless it's some serious shit. Like, but I don't think. I
Because
think
she's
they're.
accusing him of taking money while Zion was at, or his
Oh, really?
parents taking money from Duke. Yeah, which that's where the battle would really be.
Yeah, yeah, NCAA. That's NCAA, right? Or is that football?
Yeah. No,
NCAA.
No,
NCAA.
NCAA players.
NCAA is just college in general.
Oh, okay, yeah, I feel like those players should get some type of compensation.
Well, they are
Uh,
now. Like they made it.
oh, they is that's a thing now? Okay, good.
In California.
Yeah.
Oh,
In
in California.
California.
Yeah,
And they're still working out. They're still working out for other ones, but I think it's like they can be paid for their public image and like stuff like that.
yeah. I mean, some type of compensation because that is very messed up that these schools are profiting. They're selling merch with their names on it. They're selling tickets. I mean, I saw that I think a regular season Duke game was more expensive than an NBA playoff game. Um, so like that in and of itself is pretty fucking crazy. Um,
Yeah.
so I do feel like the young players should be getting some type of compensation. However,
If you if you look at college football, they have bigger stadiums than NFL,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and they're packed. Like if you see what's a good one, maybe like Death Valley, LSU in Louisiana, they have like I think their stadium's like somewhere around 100,000.
Whoa, and it probably sells
It's
out.
huge.
Yeah. Most
Dang.
definitely.
Texas A&M, Michigan, those are like big ass schools. Clemson,
Yeah, see,
and
that's
the
not right.
players don't get anything.
That's not right. I mean, I get that they're giving them scholarships and all that, and they're giving
Yeah.
them like
They get free education.
free education, and I think I would say that like maybe like right experience right under the big leagues, which is very valuable. I don't think I think that would be a little hard to put a price on. Um, but I still feel like they should have some sort of compensation because they are making the schools a grip of money.
Yeah.
And I mean, and then I was gonna say earlier, I think someone could argue that maybe giving them money might steer them away from the importance of
Performing.
performing. Yes, because can you
I
imagine? Because I mean, we won't know because we can't go back in time. But if LeBron would have gotten a contract like in high school with like Nike or just some sort of compensation by his high school, would he have put the same amount of effort as he did now? Because money can be distracting. It's kind of hard to tell if it would have had an impact or not. I think specifically with LeBron, it would be a little easier to say that maybe it wouldn't have been as distracting. But there's definitely other players that having that money would distract them from make keep continuing their career in the big leagues.
True.
So
Big true.
so um, I think we covered pretty good ground on this. I think we'll cut it here. We've been going at it for an hour and 7 minutes.
yeah.
It was cool having you, Blake. So if you
Yeah.
if you
Thanks.
ever if you
Thanks
ever
for
want to
having
come
me.
back, if you ever want to come back, just let us know. And I mean, we can have you as many times as you want to jump in the podcast.
Definitely. Hell yeah. Thank you for having me.
All right, everybody. That is at underscore Eric Supreme. You have your boy down here under me at no soul double underscore, and your boy with the Lakers beanie at King underscore Yuli, and myself, your boy Jay Z Prods. Don't forget to subscribe, like it, turn on the notification bell. Leave us a comment if you liked it, and also leave us a comment if you're a hater. Um, Other than that, we'll see you next time. Peace.
Yeah. Later, skater.
Just let us know when you're done.
Oh, is it done? I never know when this is done. I would really like a timer or something.
And we're out.